Jeopardy! Alex Trebek's wife breaks silence for late husband. Alex Trebek has been honored with a forever stamp. His wife, John Trebek, came forward to speak at the unveiling of the stamp alongside current Jeopardy host Ken Jennings. The stamp aims to honor the life and legacy of the late Jeopardy host. Here is what his wife had to say at the event. Forever stamp honors the late Jeopardy host, Ken Jennings, Jean Trebek, and Michael Ilston, the Secretary of the Board of Governors of the United States Postal Service, were all present at the first day of issue event on Monday. The event honored late Jeopardy host Alex Trebek, who died on November 8, 2020, at the age of 80. Alex Trebek's forever stamp has a question about him on it. The stamp features the infamous Jeopardy backdrop with a clue reading. This naturalized U.S. citizen hosted the quiz show Jeopardy for 37 seasons. After the stamp was revealed, John Trebek stepped forward to say a few words about her late husband. His life had such a beautiful impact on so many people around the world, and it's just a real honor for my family and I to be here with all of you to acknowledge that, she said. Alex would have felt overwhelmed with humility and joy to receive such a distinctive tribute. As she spoke, Jean Trebek talked about how being the host of Jeopardy was a labor of love for him. She continued, saying that he always found great pleasure in putting the spotlight on the contestants. Jean also shared that Alex loved getting to know his audience. She added, "This was a perfect time for him to share more about himself, as well as to show off his great wit." In addition to being the host of Jeopardy, Joan said that Alex Trebek always thought that his most important job in the world was being a parent. He had 3 children, Matthew, Emily, and Nikki. Alex Trebek wishes he had more time with his wife. Alex Trebek was born in Ontario, Canada, and got his start on television at the Canadian Broadcasting Company in 1961. Before becoming the face of Jeopardy, Alex hosted a few other game shows. Fans may recall that he went through several health scares while hosting Jeopardy. He had 2 heart attacks and surgery to remove blood clots from his brain. The game show host also had a knee replacement and a torn Achilles tendon. In March 2019, he was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. At the time, Alex acknowledged that he should make more of an effort to be active. He also mentioned retiring at that point, but admitted that he wouldn't know what to do with himself. You get to a certain age, and if you've been doing the same show for 30 years or the same job, whatever it is, for 30 years, wouldn't you think about retirement? He told People. What am I going to do? I'm enjoying myself, and I'm having a good time with what I'm doing now. But if I were to retire, what would I do? I'd be lost. He joked that he would get on his wife's nerves if he was around all of the time. The couple celebrated their 29th wedding anniversary in 2019. Despite having 29 years together, Alex Trebek said that he always wished they'd had more. "I'm pretty satisfied with my life," the Jeopardy host said at the time. "But my wife Jan and I have been together almost 29 years, and I was thinking about President George H.W. Bush when he died, and all the comments about his life, about what a nice guy he is, and how he and his wife had been together 73 years. I thought, oh my gosh, if I'd just met Jan in my 20s, we could have had a longer life together." The world may have lost Jeopardy legend Alex Trebek in 2020, but for his wife, Jean Trebek, the grief and love remain ever present. In a rare and heartfelt statement, Jean has broken her silence, sharing an intimate glimpse into life without her beloved husband and the lasting impact he left behind. For so many, Alex was the face of knowledge, kindness, and curiosity, Jean reflected. For me, he was simply my heart. As the longtime host of Jeopardy, Trebek's voice became synonymous with intellect, warmth, and integrity. But behind the cameras, he was a devoted husband and father, cherishing quiet moments with his family over the decades they shared. Jean, who had largely remained private following his passing, expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love from fans, many of whom still feel his presence on their screens. "I see his spirit in the little things, the way the sun shines on our garden, the laughter of our children, even in an old episode playing in the background," she shared. Love doesn't fade. It evolves. Jean's words serve as a reminder that grief does not have an expiration date, nor does the legacy of someone as beloved as Trebek. She hopes that those who admired him continue to celebrate his life, not with